All right, welcome to UnmaskIt. These are the updates for week 4. I'm really excited to share with you. My app is basically a journaling and glossary app for victims of emotional abuse and or those who suspect they may be victims of emotional and or narcissistic abuse. I have added to the homepage a carousel image carousel, and I'll show you that. It shows the demo page, which is basically going to be what the app is built upon. I'm using the demo page kind of as my architectural blueprint, and as I make changes there, those will all port over to the actual website and app. So this is one of the pages in the app. This is one of our future features we'd like to add, word cloud, helping to identify patterns, so helps with pattern recognition, things that you explore and journal about, the words that you tag or you link to your journal entries that apply to emotional abuse will appear in a word cloud based on how often you write about it and or save to your favorites. Then the word cloud will show you what is the primary patterns in your relationships. Also, a mind map is a future goal, and those things will come after the MVP though, so let me keep going. Up here in the right corner, we have a quick hide button for those who are in danger. We have this explaining it right here, and if you close that out, it will not come back on refresh unless you clean your history or cookies and cache. But if I click on this, this will take me to a site that is neutral. Right now it's a recipe website. That was the most neutral thing I could find because everybody eats and everybody looks at recipes. Most people do. Everything else, it was too hard to use as a link because it could raise suspicion with the person who is abusing them. There's also double escape button functionality. I'm not going to do it now because if I do, it will take you to that site and then you can't hit the back button because it erases that history of the back button, which is also a safety feature. I have my beta waitlist still open and I have the demo page, but let me continue down the page and we'll come back to the demo. I've made a few tweaks to this area to bring more clarity and describe how it's a 600 plus term searchable glossary, and also explaining the journaling and glossary aspect. Down here I've updated my feature image here to show the actual dashboard for when you log in, and it also pops up in a light box and it explains a little bit more about what the app does. Then I explain why I built it, and I have my founder video here which explains why I built the app. I have my timeline, it's updated and current. I removed a couple of steps because we're almost ready for beta. And then I still have a call to action down here to join the beta waitlist. I've updated my footer. It is a little bit large right now, but I have more pages I will be adding. And obviously with having an app like this, I have to have a lot of more legal stuff and disclaimers than other apps. So I've got my terms privacy, my disclaimers, and resources for people who are in need. Obviously contact mission. I also have a link to the demo and the glossary. The glossary is currently not functioning. This should have a tooltip on it that pops up to say it will be active once the beta goes live, but it's not current. So I'll fix that hopefully before you see this video. But there's also an entry to the demo here or in the button up in the hero banner. So let's go. I have done a demo tour and or a tooltip narrative walkthrough. So it explains all the major features that you'll find once you enter the actual logged in state. Again, this is just a sneak peek demo, but it does pretty much show the style, the way it's going to look, all of that. It does have tooltips that show up that will be available once beta begins. But you can go through this. It tells you about different features on each page. You can check those out. And then you can navigate through the pages. Talks a little bit about the glossary, how to use it. You click the full term. It's not functioning yet. These are just, I don't know. I haven't, these aren't even my definitions that I've written. So keep that in mind. Hopefully I'll have those updated before you guys take a look at it tomorrow. And then you can tap the terms when it's actually live and it'll open up. You can favorite it, and or you can start your journal entry from a term that you found in the glossary. You can search, filter, sort through the glossary as well. The sorting is going to be based on alphabetical. Filtering is going to be based on whether it's a clinical term or a community term. So it means if it's something that's found in clinical literature, the DSM, clinical articles, journal entries, etc. Community is more stuff that the trauma-informed community have invented, if you will, to describe certain things, such as like love bombing, etc. We go on to connections. This is what's the journal. We call journals connections because we connect them to a term in the glossary. This is going to be slightly different, but it will basically have the term name here, the date, and this right here was what Lovable just auto-added when I asked it to create the journal page, but I will be working on it. There will be related terms down below, kind of like these hashtags. And then you can start, you can edit, I should say, your entry here, or you can delete it there. Or you can start a new connection. Or we call it a connection, but it's the same as a journal entry. And you can edit, view them. You can click on this and it will pop open the actual journal. Keep in mind this is a sneak peek, so it's not functional yet. And we go on to favorites. This is where you can save terms that you want to explore later, learn more about, and or journal in the future. You can unfavorite them by trashing it. I might change that though, because right now I think I can just have it do an unclick and pop up on one dial saying, are you sure you want to delete this from your favorites instead of having 3 icons? I probably can reduce it to 2. I might get that functional before you see it, but if not, that's how it is right now. And we go to settings, and you have all of your settings for your profile, notifications. Our beta lab is some of the things that we'll be working on to get live for beta. Test those out, such as submitting a term. We're going to allow our beta users and then eventually our actual users to submit up to 2 terms a day to add to the glossary. Journal tagging, which is the hashtags you saw on the prior page, is an optional feature. So you don't have to have it on. You can turn it off. Obviously the privacy and security stuff, changing your password, subscription options. I want to make these a little bit more colorful and pop. So I might have those done before you see this. And you can download your data to stay in compliance with GDPR requirements and delete your account. And we will not store any information. And we also will have encryption, similar to how Notion does, so that it's stored encrypted in the database, and it's encrypted through transit back to the user, and only the user has the RLS policies in place already to access their journal entries. So it explains that. Now click on Coming Soon. Alright, so this is the Coming Soon page, and it has a shortened version of the roadmap that's on the home page, and also our word cloud preview and mind map. So this is where we're going to outline our roadmap in case the landing page on the home page changes in the future as we move along. We'll keep this kind of stuff here permanently, and then different things that we plan to add will also be featured here as well. So that is the current app. I have work left to do to get the glossary and the connections page set up properly so it matches our naming conventions and the way the journals are titled, and also how they're linked in the back end. And then as soon as that's done, I will be uploading my database of the terms, the definitions, the real world examples, the related terms or tags, if you will, and then everything will be ready to go and I can start full beta. So I'm excited. That should be the easy part. The rest of this was a lot harder, just getting it set up. I already have all the naming guide and everything in my Supabase, and also Lovable has it, and also I use ChatGPT to help me. I've got a custom GPT to help me keep track of how we are naming all of the different elements of the page, and all of the features so that the data is pulled to the correct places. So thank you guys for watching my demo, and good luck with your app as well. Oh, hey, there's the escape feature. I was trying to escape the screen recording. See how it went to Simply Recipes?